Governors and city mayors across the country say massive state layoffs will soon be needed. That's unless the government steps in with federal relief. Congressional Democrats are seeking a massive bailout bill for those state and local governments. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales joins us with more. Erik?
Well, Tracy, I spoke to a number of House Republican lawmakers, and they tell me that they're continuing their remote work because Democratic leadership has told them that they are not allowed to return back to Capitol Hill next week. Meanwhile, Senate Republican Mitch McConnell says that senators will be back on Monday. Both parties are working on new legislation, including new coronavirus relief aid.
Republicans are left in the dark.
Republican Congresswoman Debbie Lesko tells me House Republicans are ready to return to Washington.
2 days ago, we were told we were going back next Monday on May 4th by Steny Hoyer, and then we were ready to go back and get some work done, and then the very next day, he changed his mind. So I have no idea what they're doing. They seem very confused.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says once the Capitol physician advised returning next week would be risky, the House leadership had no choice but to postpone their return to Congress.
Whether the Senate is in or not is a matter of a health decision that their leadership has to make. But we could not take any chances because there's so many more of us.
Senator Chuck Schumer accuses Majority Leader Mitch McConnell of rushing back to work to confirm federal justices. The Democratic leader lays out his party's agenda for when the Senate returns, writing, quote, key administration officials must be forced to answer tough questions in public hearings about why the United States still does not have adequate testing. Speaker Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Schumer want another relief bill, CARES 2, focused on aid to governments at the local level. Congresswoman Lesko cautions Congress shouldn't rush to spend more money.
I would say let's wait a little bit and let's give out the money that we already allocated before we just pile on more money to see what's really needed.
I've learned from the Capitol physician has had some private conversations with some key lawmakers, warning them that it could be a year or more before the Capitol is business as usual. Meanwhile, both sides, both in the Senate and in the House, they're working on remote voting or even proxy voting. Tracy?
Thank you, Erik. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales reporting.